Philosopher 80 Jones. Hey, first of all, once again, I'd like to say hi. Welcome back. Good to see you. And I want to thank you and show you gratitude for stopping by. We'll never get this time back ever, 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 ever. If time don't exist, how come we can't get this time back? Time exists because you can't get this moment back. If you could get this moment back outside of your mind with that little bump that just bumped, do it then. If time don't exist, do it right now. You can't because it's gone forever. Time. Time. Anyway, speaking of time, I don't want to run out of time of your attention span. So let's go. I want to start off by saying, are you using your big brain or are you using your little pigeon brain? Remember that? Remember? Here's your little food. Here's your food. Put this kind of video up. We're going to let you get a lot of likes. Don't do that. You better not put that up. People, we don't want you talking about that. Okay. I'm just asking which one. And who are they? Anyway, straight on it, I want to let you know nothing that I say is true. It's never, nothing that I ever say is true. Do not take it as truth. It's just my opinion. It's my hypothesis. It's through my experience. It's through my perspectives. Your truth is totally different from mine. So don't, you know what I'm saying? You do, matter of fact, you do what you want to do with it. But you heard what I said. You could take, if you think butterflies and rainbows gonna feed you breakfast, if that's what your belief is, hey, who am I to say no? So first of all, I want to say the universe have had me to ask you questions. Anything that I'm asking you or mentioning, the universe is telling me to do. I don't have a choice. I mean, I have a choice. You do have. Okay, somebody asked me, what is free will? Do you really have free will? Yes, you do. Again, my opinion. You have free will to choose. Now, the choices you have might not be the choices that you want. It might not be the free choices that you want. And choices aren't free. It's the choices you make with consequences behind them. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you a question. When you was little, did you get a whooping with a belt or whatever? Okay. If you didn't, you missed out. If you did, you understand. You did something to get a whooping. Okay. Let me ask you a question. If you took a red crayon, your mama just painted the walls last week, paid $1,000 because, you know what I'm saying, she got a little money, she working. Now let me explain to you what happened. With the other video, you know, we had the windows down, you know, trying to get some nature, but nature said it's too hot. So the phone said it's too hot. So what that brought me is to the conclusion is when these AI robots come, will they have a temperature shutdown? Or are they gonna create them so that they will be able to withstand a certain amount of temperature? That's a question. But like I was saying, if you were a kid, right? And you were to take a red crayon and color on the walls that your mama just paid to get painted, would you get a whooping? Probably beat down. Now let me ask you this. If you used a blue crayon and did it, would you get a whooping? You'd probably get the same kind of whooping. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because the thing is, the choices to choose the type of crayon you wanted to destroy the walls doesn't matter. You're still going to get the same punishment. So what I'm saying is the choices that you make, you do got free will. You have free will to either color it blue or you had the free will to either color it red. But you're still going to get the punishment. Or you could have used a red rag or a blue rag to wipe the dirt off the wall, which would be a good consequence, would be a reward, a positive punishment, a positive reward, or a positive reinforcement if they give you acclamations for doing that type of behavior. Yay. At the end of the day, you got free will for the choices that you have available. So that's the answer to the question, that do you have free will question, from my perspective, of course. But the universe want me to ask you, if you were to close your eyes, who would you say to yourself right now? Who do you personally, who do you personally hold as the most fallen, I want to say known person. I don't want to say they this type of, the most known person on the planet to you who has failed the most, who you thought was way up here, who has disappointed you the most, and why did they disappoint you? And the reason why I brought that heat thing up is because you're gonna hear the engine, you're gonna hear the AC, because it's just too hot. The phone and the electronics said it ain't happening. It's too hot. You're gonna have to turn on some air, so you're gonna hear the so it is what it is. If you don't like it, you already know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. The universe is telling me to do this, so I don't give a fuck about your comfortability. That's the problem. You too fuck. Stop. Okay, another thing too. All right, y'all ready? Now we gonna get a little heavy. That was a little warm up, little what the universe hit me with to do. Now this gonna get a little heavy. Y'all ready? Again, let me say a disclaimer. And it's not a disclaimer like for fear or nothing. It's just a disclaimer so individuals will have clarity, because people's mental is like, it's very good. July 6th, this July 6, 2025 is Indigenous Day. It's when we recognize that we are the indigenous in the spirit. It's the day that we shed the old energy. We shed the old aspects of who we operated as when we operated in that fear mindset. And it's not just about fear, it's basically the trauma of what our ancestors went through, and we're the byproduct of the intimacy that their spirits had while in that energy. We like 2 or 3 generations removed. And I'm not talking about being on a boat, that story. I'm talking about the trauma from, I'm not gonna say it, but the things that has happened by the hands of other people. So in getting out of that energy, so for anybody that has qualms about it, you know, everybody has their day, and that's a gigantic crane. I want you to see this. Now there's two lakes right there. Now one of the lakes is giant and another lake is small. It's like a pond. So the thing is, he skipped over the big lake where all the big fish at. He come to the small pond to get his sustenance. That's a lesson in itself to let you know you don't have to go over there in a big crowd where everybody else is to eat. You know what I'm saying? He came over to the small pond where it's smaller fish, but they're abundant and they're consistent. And since the big predators or the big, like the alligators and all that other big stuff ain't coming to get these small fish, he could have his day. There's no competition. There's no competition in a little lake. And but ain't no other females where he could floss either to get attention. But he could get his sustenance in the small lake. If I could catch him snapping something, it is what it is. But I gotta get this out. So July the 6th, this July 6th, 2025 is Indigenous Day. It's like an Independence Day. We not knocking a Independence Day. We not knocking that. Cause we was in the country. We not knocking that. That has been celebrated. And if individuals want to continue to celebrate it, there's no qualm. Okay? But celebrating, giving your energy to that day is definitely a choice. It's a choice. And the energy behind celebrating that day with your energy fortifies that energy that you're celebrating. Just know that and be jovial and be happy in that. Just light your, I'm not telling you what to do. However you celebrate it by lighting things that makes light up. Wow, it's lights. Wow, let's make some noise. Wow, yeah, wow. Yeah. And if you consistently do that every year on a million level, it's like it reinforces that energy by millions. It gets reinforced like a behavior. It's just like going to get something every year that don't cost nothing, and you don't even know if you need it, but you go get it because it becomes almost like a ritual. And they prompt you. It's a verbal prompt. You might need, or you need, and you do. You might need to go get some tissue because it's cold outside. Your nose might be running. Your nose is not running. Because of that suggestion, you go get some tissue for fear of having a nose run. And you don't have a nose run, but you go get tissue. So July 6th, just July 6th, 2025. This July 6th, 2025 is Indigenous Day. And what it does is new energy to celebrate the bloodlines and the indigenous bloodlines of the individuals that was already on this soil. The same way they celebrated when they broke from their people and came and was independent from them. That's their energy. I'm not knocking it. Congratulations for your accomplishment, for what you did. Not how you did it, but you set a goal and you accomplished it. If that's what happened, you set a goal and accomplished it. Hooray for that. So, but now, this is not me. Now the universe has had a change of heart for the melanated. July 6th, 2025 is Indigenous Day. The energy that we as melanateds, not the color, us as melanateds, indigenous, that's where our energy goes. We celebrate it. Okay? However your spirit and your ancestors, matter of fact, it's up to your ancestors how you celebrate it. It's not a one thing. It's how they want to. Oh, wow, really? Look at the sun. Look. Gave you an instant filter with a cloud so you could look at the sun. Gave you a, boy, mwah, love you. Mwah, mwah, and mwah. Thank you. You just so on time. I just love you. Thank you. So we just, share a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that smile. Look at that smile. Ain't that beautiful? Hi. Hi, you come to say hi? You come to say hi. Hi. You know I had to involve you. Hi. Okay then, look at that. Y'all wearing diamonds, nigga. I'm wearing sunlight. Fuck the diamonds, nigga. I'm wearing sunlight. Ooh, say without the sun, the diamonds don't shine. Tell them the light don't hit them diamonds. It ain't nothing. If the light don't hit the diamonds don't shine. Remember that. That's copywritten right now, so don't steal it. If you steal it, it's karma. You already know, and if you steal it, you already know we on point with it. Copyright, nigga, you heard me? Don't do it. Well, do it in, I recommend not. All right. Now, the universe said get back to teaching. All right, enough about it. Reason why I said it, her, he, she, because I don't feel like debating. All right. Oh, now the universe said if you don't raise your vibration, homie, guy, you held responsible, man. I don't care if you left 3 baby mamas. Them kids you left is responsible for your vibration, and that woman you left in that peril and in that shock and awe because you left for that trauma, nigga, you responsible. It's we calling karma. No, gone are the days where you could have 15 baby mamas and kick it and cheat and live your best life. It was a nice run for some. It's over. It's over. Over. As soon as your intention comes to not take care of the kid and you show evidence of actions of not wanting to take care of your own seed that the spirit gave you to help bring forth to the planet, the universe helped assisted you with spiritual gifts and equipment which you have that actually work to bring forth life on the planet through a portal of an individual that it trusted with the life to develop inside of the portal to come to the planet. You disregarded that spirit coming to the soul like it was a piece of trash. You treat your pit bull better than you do the soul that you brought to the planet. You'll spend $40 on the top brand dog food for the week, but won't buy your baby a $6 pack of diapers. I'm not knocking you. It's just what it is. It ain't me, bruh. Universe calling karma on you. So I'm gonna leave that right there. And the universe say, the vibration of that woman that you destroyed like that and them kids and they kids, you're responsible for them. Well, I'm gonna just this is what I just heard. Somebody gonna say, well, fuck it. Like this shit miserable, I'm gonna go ahead and die. You're not gonna escape. You coming back. You gonna come back. You gonna suffer. Or you going to the abyss. I mean, you can go to the abyss if you want. You could accept that you a piece of shit spirit and go to the abyss and never return. But it's free will though. While you have a body and a life, you have free will to make the choice. Pretty soon you won't have a choice. I didn't say it. Just stop. Okay. What else? We got that. I do want to say this too. No, we're not going to say that. I've just been instructed not to say that. How much time we got? Okay, we're doing real good. Okay, I just got the word, we not calling ourselves this color no more. Over. Finito. Over. You can do whatever you want. When I say we, listen. You make your own choice. When I say we, I'm referring to the circle that I frequent and the individual's energy who I associate with and vibrate with. If I don't vibrate with you, I'm not talking to you. So you keep doing what calling yourself this. You do what you do. Keep free will. But we indigenous. Let me tell you why. Indigenous or melanated. Why? Because that reinforces what we really are. Like, it reinforces. When I hear melanated, I know it's power and melanation. I know when the daddy up there hit us, the male energy hit us, bang, I know what it does to melanin. If you do your research, I know what it does to melanin. So I'm melanated, which is I'm a child of henceforth, I'm not going to call myself this because this comes with something that's been burned. I'm just saying. We ain't been burned. We've been, I would say, baked to perfection. We'll leave that right there. Dang in the lion's den. We'll stop. Aha. Now, I'm going to need about 10 minutes to tell a story. That's what the universe told me. I'm going to need 10 minutes to tell a story. And the story that I'm going to tell, the universe instructed me. Okay. Alrighty. The universe instructed me to tell you this story. I don't even know where this story came from. I have no clue. Hold on. I like to see my, you know what I mean? I don't even know where the story came from. The universe just told me to tell it. I don't even know how the story gonna go. It's just shut the fuck up and start talking about the story. I heard that, and I'm shutting the fuck up, and I'm gonna tell the story. So once upon a time, there was a guy, and this guy, he lived overseas. He did not live in this country. He lived in like a small country. He was melanated, and the country was like way poor, poverty stricken, all of that. And being poverty stricken, you basically do whatever to make money. And this dude, he ran out of hustles. I mean, he could go in the bush, try to find food. They already got the food. He couldn't climb no trees because they already got the fruit. If he went in somebody else's territory, something happened to him. So similar if you went to another neighborhood, you ain't part of their neighborhood, blah, 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 whatever. So he couldn't do that. So the only hustle this dude had was like, he would go find metal. He would go dig, or he'd do whatever and find metal where people could make fences, trees, just all kind of stuff. And he'd take this metal and he'd reshape this metal. So he couldn't find no metal, but his family was hungry. So he had to do what he hated to do, but he did it anyway. Well, being in this country, this foreign country, they ain't hardly had no electric. They had one power grid and it was rickety-dickety, but it worked. The internet was satellite internet that they had, but the electricity that ran people to charge their phones and devices and all that kind of stuff ran off the electric grid. Well, what happened is dude hustle, he went and took the wires for the electric. And his whole town and the 2 towns over ain't have electric for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Everybody was mad. Their business got messed up. All kind of stuff got messed up. So they went to this dude's house. And over there, look at this turtle. Oh my God. Look. So you had a crane, so we got crane energy for somebody. Look up what the crane is. That's your sign of crane. That's for you. And then we got turtle energy. He's actually eating on the grass. Look. He crawled. He about to try to cross the street. He might get smacked. I might have to go help him across the street. I'm gonna be honest. I might have to go help him so he won't get smashed. See him crawling? So I might have to. So somebody got turtle energy. Look up what your turtle energy is. Universe talking to y'all. Why would I be here and see a crane and a turtle? Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably help him cross the street, so he don't get smashed. How much time we got? Okay, we got 9 minutes. Now listen. So this guy, he messed up the power. All the towns was out. The 2 towns was over. So everybody from these towns and his neighborhood came to his house. Was like, Nick, they was like, homie, we gonna have to do something to you because you messed everything up. But the dude, the guy he was about that life. Like, he didn't care. His family had to eat, and he was known for doing whatever. So that he wasn't no pushover guy, and he had a little crew. Not a big crew, but his crew was like a smoking crew. Like it was enough where, and you don't know who they is, and who they was that one way. So basically what happened was this. The authority of the town had a law that if you do anything to their officers, it's big trouble. If you personally do something to their officers, it's big trouble. So what happened was, knowing that, and knowing, look at this. He's going back in the water. He must have got him some plants. He got him some plants. And he probably ate a couple ants, some worms. He probably found some bugs, a grasshopper or something. He going back in the water. Bye. See you later, buddy. I'm glad you ain't crossed the street. Good. Again. It shows you the small lake, the small pond. It's plentiful. Anyway, message for somebody. So basically they all came to his house, and over there when they got smoked, they tell you we about to, how can I say this because we on here, they like to set things ablaze, like that fit on cars, that fit on cars and assist with barbecues. We'll leave it like that. And the individual was like, they told End of story. The universe want me to come with the end of story in the poem, cause the poem for the end of the story is letting you know what's going on with homeboy, that they was around his home and he was going outside. He wasn't scared. He let him know, if you try to come to my house, it's gonna be some pride. So as they was coming to get him, he had nature on his side. He had a moat he dug, and everybody that tried to cross the moat, they hurt they side. And when they fell in the moat, the crocodiles ate they asses from the side. And they didn't know, as they was walking through the forest, they got stuck with some poison. And as they got stuck with the poison and they tried to swim out from the alligators, they couldn't swim. They had paralysis, and the alligators devoured them all up and devoured them. Hearts wasn't light as before they tried to get him. The anointing was on him, so he knew he was shit. And then they ruled that if anybody harmed the officers, they would be hurt. Comes back with karma, and the karma is dirt. Karma in reverse, and the universe is at work. Welcome to your dirt. End of the story. That's the end of the story that I was told to tell. But I ain't no snitch. But that's the word. That's the word.